I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove cup. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what am I doing?
Hey yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop. Shake my paranoia. Can't stop the rock. 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 Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Pushing his way through. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, 7 Power, 70 Timberwolf. Hey, Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
Come on.
To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Run down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
19, 60 Bison.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Ready, drop 60, drop, hop 70, hop 70. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
First and goal, Washington.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
Go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Giants nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
From the gun, Dart. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Huh.
Off the play fake. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
19 Lions.
Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Right back to Tracy. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 yards and a giant first down. And now an audible here into something else. To throw now, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, hurt. 18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
Now Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now Samuel. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air goes Daniels.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
70 Lions. Ready,
Up the middle they go. Hammond to about the 48-yard line. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Second down and 6 now.
60 Bobcats. Here we go. Yep.
They go play action. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lane. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 14, Giants nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, Dart. And fights him off. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go. Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Dart going to look to throw here. And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Here's Dart once more. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinator. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Okay,
now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Bronco 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll hand it to Tracy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They are going to go. It's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Let's go. 60.
give. It's Tracy. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Exit 3rd and 8.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Panther 11! Panther 11!
Throwing his dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Shut up! Panther 60! Panther 60! 19 tight! 19 tight!
Throwing his dart. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This is 2nd and 8.
Tag! Bronco 80!
And they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Play action, now it's Daniels. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Third and 4. Here's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. He finds his man complete. It's Lane. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Ready? Vikings, 70 Lions, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
To the air, Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Giants, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll throw again. Dart. Touchdown! Malik Neighbors from 3 yards out. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Hey, what's up, though? I hate it. That's what you know. Can they both? I hate it. Can they both, bro?
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
This makes the score. Commanders 17. Giants 6.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Down to about the 22 here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
At the Giants 22-yard line.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Drop it. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
At the 6-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Ready? Pass all 80. Go street. Go.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Here we go.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Hey, man, you look, can't win them all, man. I wasn't ducking you. I was trying to set it up, but I was doing shit. I just ain't had a chance to play. And then I see your message late.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick
But,
it off.
hey, man, look, if anything, I was saving you from this.
Over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Man, you've been whooping my ass. You've been whooping my ass the last few seasons, bro. I used to whoop your ass, but then, definitely. We playing like 2 weeks ago. So we about to review. So yeah, you seeing some new stuff from me, huh? You ain't know what to prepare for.
They can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout.
Nah, for real, bro. I know I missed those games, but shit, I was trying to play you just to try to stop your little streak. But every time we try to play, I was end up going this shit. I missed a bunch of games last season. I'm back. Don't worry, I ain't gonna miss this one. I ain't gonna miss the next one.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution.
Man, you better be thanking me. You might have. Look, you might have not had snuck in the playoffs if I would have played you twice. I could have won those 2. Could have kicked you out. But who knows? I'm just trying to make the playoffs this year, man. I see you do your thing last year. God damn. And you are? You ain't gonna make it either. You're a one-hit wonder.
Here's 2nd and 10.
That's what that is. And don't say after this performance, man, it's just been a while since I did this.
Dart looking to throw again.
Oh, why he ain't undercut that route, bro? Yeah, I went for 2 because you went for 2. I said, oh, you want to go for 2, dude.
22-yard gain.
Giants, first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
19 Tiger.
Yeah, I see you. I dig it.
Dart. Touchdown, Giants. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll try and throw for it.
Oh, shit, I didn't even see him.
And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So time definitely
Shit, you got close every time. That first time was real close. I'm gonna try to run it back this time.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team.
There it is.
That should just about put a camper on this one.
There it is.
They're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stage.
Every time you try to make it look better, I say, hold up.
Here in the fourth, they had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now
good game for sure. We definitely about to see each other in a couple of weeks.
Into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again,
all right.
maybe you'll find a better way.
I already know you said I'm not going to do nothing. I ain't going to make the playoff. You said a weak ass defense.
They're going to try and run.
Oh yeah. You can talk shit. You can talk shit down by like 19 or 20. That's the worst time to talk shit when you're down. I ain't gonna kick you out. Yeah, man. Hey, don't take this game personal, man. I was instructed to kick your ass.
So let's try this again.
I was instructed to kick your ass. My brother said he don't like all that shit you talking this morning. Kick your ass. So I said, I got it.
And this one over the back line of the end zone.
No.
They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Yeah, go ahead and kneel the ball, bro, so you don't get nobody hurt.
At the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know.
Still trying to score on.
One last drive here for Pride.
Uh-oh, that's going to run it out right there. You want a timeout? Good game, though, bro. You ain't going to get it off.
As they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but